$70 is all I can spare, Mr. Granger, honest.
That wasn't our agreement, was it, Mr. Bell?
No, sir, but, well, money doesn't stretch as far as it used to. I tried to get the full...
Well, you'll just have to try a little bit harder, Mr. Bell, because next week you pay $70.
70?
That's right.
Oh, but I don't see how I can. Now, please...
$70, Mr. Bell, or your wife will be visiting you in the hospital. And if that still doesn't convince you, she might be visiting your grave.
You wouldn't kill me.
It gives you something to think about, doesn't it, Mr. Bell? Next week, $70.
We know the loan sharks are charging illegal interest, and we can't do a thing about it. The loans are cash on the line, no signatures, no records. You bring in a victim, he's too scared to talk about it. That's the shark's security. They'll crack a few skulls to keep it that way. McQuaid. Oh, yes. Yes, Your Honor. Good. Yes, I understand. We'll do just as you say. The mayor's going after the money man behind this filthy racket. An undercover officer's already on it. Now, look, the tightroper's got a tiger by the tail, and if he contacts us, we'll have to move fast. Let's give him a break. He'll need it.
The loan shark's business was lending money at an exorbitant rate of interest. It was my job as a police officer assigned to undercover to break through their racket and get to the man at the top.
I'm a bookkeeper with Mullane and Company. I've been with them for 12 years, and I make $82.50 a week.
License checks.
It's my wife that got me in a jam. She went to a poker parlor and lost all her savings.
Look, I don't want to know your troubles. How much do you...
$200?
Give them.
That'll be $40 a week for 6 weeks. You make your payments here, every week.
That's $40 interest for 6 weeks.
You want it or don't you?
Yes, thank you.
This loan shark outfit had many places of business. This one happened to be an expensive automobile on a street corner. But they also operated out of pool halls, garages, and out-of-the-way offices. They made it simple. No credit rating required, no co-signers. Just the good word of the borrower and his life. It usually didn't go that far. A broken arm or a leg, or if he was lucky, just a good beating. And somehow the borrower got the money, even if he had to steal it. I understand you fellas lend money.
That's what we're here for. Where do you work?
The name's Philip Pruitt. I'm a salesman with the Morton Vacuum Cleaner Company.
Door to door. Let me see your license. Oh, checks out. You own a car?
Yes, sir. 6 payments to go. I bought it new about 1.5 years ago.
Looks all right. How much do you need?
$1,000.
I don't like him, Yash.
He owns the car. What's there to like? Give him the money.
All right, that's $125 a week. For 10 weeks, you make your payments here every week.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yash, there's something about that guy. I just don't like him.
You're letting your personal feelings interfere. When you've been in this business as long as me, you get to know people. Now, there's a guy I trust all the way. Believe me, I know that kind of character.
This was only the first step on the tightrope. Now I would visit a few more of their offices and make some additional loans. I wanted to set off a chain reaction that would reach right to the top. Well, thanks, Mr. Travis. I sure appreciate this. Well, this will sure help me out, Mr. Bolton, and I'll make that payment next Thursday. Don't you worry.
Say you only owe 6 payments on your car?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. Where is it now?
Outside, parked at the curb.
How much money you want?
I need $1,500 desperately.
So that's what you need desperately. All right, Pruitt. Your payments will run $200.50 a week. You think you can manage that selling vacuum cleaners?
Well, I'll just have to work it out somehow. I've got to raise that money.
Everybody's got to raise some money. $1,500, huh? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,500. Your first payment starts 1 week from today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So long. Bye.
Well, the car's worth at least $2,000.
If it's that good, maybe I'll take it myself.
A real chump.
It's a matter of appreciation. I'd just like to buy you something.
Are you on the level, Mr. Pruitt? I mean, you've only known me a few hours and already you want to buy me something? Look, if you think just because I was sitting here at this bar alone...
Oh, no. It's just that I haven't been in town very long. You're the first person I've met who's been friendly to me.
I think I know how you feel. Most towns I get a job singing. I go in as a stranger and leave the same way.
Exactly. That's why I'd like to show my appreciation if you'd let me. Just a little memento of our meeting. Maybe a friendship ring or something like that. But I don't want to embarrass you. This place is kind of quiet.
It's early. About that friendship ring.
When do you sing?
Later, when the spirit moves me and the customers come in.
There's been a lot of money put into this place.
Don't worry about it, Mr. Pruitt.
Phil.
Well, Phil, look, they won't be holding any benefits for Pete Granger. About that friendship ring.
Who's Pete Granger?
He owns this place.
Oh.
What did you say you were?
I sell vacuum cleaners.
Yeah, well, that's why you don't know Pete Granger.
Bartender, 2 more of the same, please. My grandfather always said, Phil, this is a hurry-scurry world. If you can find someone who will take time out to be friendly, give him a token of your appreciation.
Sounds like a wonderful man.
Of course, if you think you shouldn't accept it.
Oh, no. I feel just like your grandfather.
Hey, Yosh, look who's here. Hi, Sally.
Hi.
How come you ain't out selling them vacuums?
Well, business isn't so good, and that gets very discouraging, so I thought I'd stop in for a drink.
If business is bad, you gotta go out and work twice as hard. That's the only way you'll get someplace.
I never seen you here before. How come you stopped at this place?
To the hotel last night, so I came downstairs.
You live here in this hotel at $10 a day for a single when they got a single?
Oh, I've got a suite. Yeah, I can't stand cramped quarters. I suffer from claustrophobia. Well, I've got to be going. Nice talking to you. Keep the change.
Stop back later. We mustn't disappoint your grandfather.
Oh, I always finish what I begin. By the way, when is my payment due?
Tuesday.
See you Tuesday.
You still trust that guy all the way?
I'll tell you Tuesday.
It's over a week and you just spotted it? What kind of dummy accountants have I got working for me? Shut up! The big boss isn't going to be too happy about this. He'll knock the props right out from under me, you know that? Shut up and get out of here. Hello, excuse me, Mr. Kendricks. I hate to bother you, but,
Stop mumbling. What is it?
well, I happen to run across something, sir, that, well, what I mean is I don't think you're going to like it.
Granger, get over here.
Yes, sir.
Right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right now, sir.
Good morning.
You got all the payment, Mr. Big Spender?
Yes, sir. All the payment.
125 bucks. It's all here.
Well, I'll see you next week at the same time.
You still living at the hotel?
Certainly. It's run very well. Excellent service. You should try it.
On my salary, I can't afford it.
Yeah. By the way, I've quit my job with the Morton Vacuum Cleaner Company, but I've found something much better.
Good luck.
As a matter of fact, if things work out the way I've planned them, I might be in a position to offer both you boys a job.
Sure. We'll think about it.
Fine. We'll talk about it when I make my payment next week. Bye.
Yeah, cheerio.
I've seen nuts before, but this Pruitt guy takes the cake.
How do you like that guy? Offering us jobs.
I still don't like him. Yeah, this is Billy, but... Yes, sir.
Who was that?
Granger, he wants to see us. I mean, like right now.
I have here these cards which the accounting department has brought to my attention, gentlemen, which I'd like to read to you as of now. June 12th, debit $1,000. Salesman Rosen and Kelly. Client Philip Pruitt. June 15th, debit $1,500. Salesman Fennelly and Jordan. Client Philip Pruitt. June 18th, debit $1,000. Salesman Travis. Client Mr. Philip Pruitt. Oh, no, that's nothing. It gets better as it goes along. June 22nd, debit $1,000. Salesman Bright Boy Bolton. Client Philip P-R-U-I-T-T Pruitt. Now, may I remind you, gentlemen, what Mr. Pruitt does for a living? He sells vacuum cleaners. That's right. A door-to-door, bell-pushing rug jockey. And you let him get into you for $4,500?
Pete, it hasn't gone through the books yet, but he got us for another grand yesterday.
You know, a vacuum cleaner salesman, you...
Oh, I don't sell vacuum cleaners anymore. I've got something much better.
I suppose you've been too busy to remember what your grandfather told you, huh?
Oh, now, don't you believe it, honey. As a matter of fact, I saw the jeweler this morning, and he wanted to know if I wanted the diamond cut round or square.
A diamond? A diamond friendship ring?
Why not? Diamonds are a girl's best friend, aren't they?
Oh, yes, they are.
Okay, Sally, scram.
What are you trying to pull?
I don't understand.
You don't understand. You borrowed $5,500 from our boys around town. Now, we're not going to keep you in this hotel. Let's see the color of your money.
Wait a minute, boys. I've made no secret of the fact I borrowed money. I've paid my installment, and I expect to pay my other commitments as they come due, weekly. Now, those are the terms of our agreement, and I expect to live up to them. And I expect you to do the same.
But you left your job. You told us that yourself. Now, how do you expect to make payments on $5,500?
I've gone into business for myself.
What kind of business did you go into?
Lending money.
What?
Yeah, I'm using the money I borrowed from you as capital for my own business. Gentlemen, you're looking at your competition.
This guy is sick.
Oh, not at all. You see, I can lend it out at a much lower interest and still make a profit.
How?
It's simple economics. I don't have your overhead.
How can he lend our money at a lower interest rate than he pays us?
It's simple economics. He doesn't have our overhead.
He doesn't have our overhead. Look, stupid, it ain't simple economics when a guy borrows money at a high interest rate and lends it for a lower. What's the use of explaining it to you idiots? Now listen to me. The guy says we put him in business, right? Okay, now we put him out of business.
But how? He's making his payments every week.
So what? We borrow back our own money from him. And then when he tries to collect, we'll see what happens.
Borrow back our own money?
That's right. He's a moneylender, isn't he?
Boy, now I'm really confused.
Don't you see, Yash? Look, we borrowed the money from him, then we owe him more than he owes us. And that way, what we owe him, well, you see, forget it.
Which one is Pruitt? Mr. Pruitt?
That's right.
I was recommended to you for a loan.
Well, you've come to the right place, but I'd rather you wait until after dinner.
I'm sorry, but I need it kind of quick.
Now, sit down.
Thank you.
You employed?
Yes, sir. I'm the sales manager for the Apex Beverage Company. Here's my identification. I happen to get in a little jam.
Well, I'm not interested in your troubles. How much do you need?
$1,000.
All right. That'll be $200 a week for 6 weeks. Right here.
$200 interest for 6 weeks?
It's a lot cheaper than you can get anywhere else.
Yeah, I know. How come?
Well, I get my capital a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Pruitt. I'll be seeing you.
I'm sure you will. Right here.
I thought you didn't know Pete Granger.
Well, that's all been changed now.
Dollface, about that diamond ring. I mean, don't get me wrong, but you know how a girl looks forward to those little things, especially when they're promised.
Oh, honey, I haven't forgotten. But like Grandfather said, anything worth anything is worth waiting for.
He could say something about anything, couldn't he?
Oh, Grandfather was quite a man.
The first payment on $1,000 I borrowed was due yesterday.
Suppose he doesn't show up to collect.
He'll show up, all right. He'll come looking for me. Wait and see.
This is gonna be a pleasure.
Yeah. You're good. Send him in. It's him, Mr. Pruitt. Now, you guys get out of sight. When I call you, come quick. We're gonna rough up Mr. Pruitt, but good. And I mean very good. Come in. Mr. Pruitt. I wasn't expecting to see you so soon. What's on your mind?
$1,500.
Oh, you need a bookkeeper. Ah, but I forgot. You don't like overhead. I only borrowed $1,000 from you, remember?
That's right, but that was a week and 1 day ago. You're late on your first payment, so there's a penalty.
Oh, a penalty.
$1,500, Mr. Granger. But before you start counting, you better have your parrot show. Right now.
Yash! Billy! Take it easy.
Drop him.
You heard him. Drop him.
Somebody's got 30 seconds to put $1,500 on a desk.
You're smart, Mr. Pruitt. You'll use that dough to buy a plane ticket out of this town.
What for? If business keeps picking up like this, I'll buy my own plane. All right, turn around.
Turn around, will you, stupid?
Cheerio! I was all out of moves, and I was still waiting for one from the man at the top, the man who was behind the loan shark racket. I was sure that by now I had stirred up his interest, and if he wanted to see me, I wasn't going to be hard to find. Well, just the girl I was looking for.
So where's the ring? My grandfather says you've got to show your appreciation. My grandfather says you've got to wait for good things. Well, my grandmother says believe nothing a man tells you unless that he promises.
You believe that, and you'll grow up to be healthy, wealthy, and an old maid.
Well, 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 looks like the Granger messenger service is taking on some help.
Your way or ours, wise boy.
Happy you could do it. About the ring, I'd give it to you myself, but I'm afraid these boys just wouldn't understand. It's in my coat pocket.
Oh, Phil, honey, you shouldn't have. I mean, I really didn't expect you to buy me a diamond. A diamond, he says. Square or round, he says. Are you phony, Piker? You can't even see this diamond through a telescope.
Telescope? I knew I forgot to buy you something. Well, anyway, honey, it's the thought, not the diamond that counts. Now, my grandfather...
You
always...
and your grandfather.
The logical thing is to kill you. But the whole world uses logic, and look at the mess it's in. I'm very successful because first I figure the logic and then do the opposite. So I don't kill you. Yet.
Mr. Kendricks, this guy's a one-man epidemic. He ought to be stamped out.
You see, that's logic. Pete wants you dead because he's afraid of your brains, brawn, and imagination. But with you around, Pete will be more alert. So you see how beautifully my system works.
What makes you think I want a job in the first place?
Oh, you want it all right, Mr. Pruitt. The door, Yash. Ah, Mr. Bell. Mr. Granger tells me he's having difficulty getting your payments.
Because I just don't have the money. My wife had a real bad operation. She needs a nurse every day and medicine.
That's your problem.
Yes, we didn't hesitate to give you the money.
You're getting well paid for it. All that interest, it isn't fair. Please, all I'm asking for is more time. I'll pay it, I promise.
Less interest, more time. Logic again, Mr. Pruitt. If I say yes, Mr. Bell will think he can get away with more. In a few weeks, he'll decide to send us $5 a week. There's no money in it. So I do the illogical.
Wait a minute, hold it.
Oh, hero type, huh?
Why don't you guys try using a little brains instead of brawn?
All right, let's use our brains. It seems you don't want to work for me, Mr. Pruitt.
That's logic.
No, but I'll tell you something that is. Take one bright boy with brains, plus a plan to get close to the big man, plus a hero type, equals what?
Think.
To me, it equals C-O-P.
A cop?
Hold it.
You gotta let me have him, boss. Forget my bonus for the year, huh? Just let me kill this lousy cop.
Pete wants to kill you very badly. He's too emotional. Logically, I shouldn't let him. So, he gets the job. And since you've been dumb enough to let your clients get behind in their payments, you're going to set them an example. Take Mr. Bell out and kill him, too. Yash, go with him.
No, don't kill me, please. I'll pay you somehow.
Get on with it.
After you, Mr. Copper. Okay, hold it. This is costing me my $5 grand bonus, Mr. Copper. But if I didn't kill you, I couldn't live with myself.
Well, then don't be in such a big hurry. Enjoy it.
Don't worry, bright boy, I will. There's 6 slugs in this gun. 1 for our friend, Mr. Bell. The other 5 are for you, 1 at a time. All right, over there. Move. You heard me? Over there with him.
Please, I beg of you. My wife's alone. No one to care for her. Please.
Stop your sniveling. You won't feel a thing. All it takes is 1 good shot.
Pete.
Never mind, I'll handle this.
Pete.
I want to make an example of you guys for the other Welchers who don't make their payments on time.
Pete.
I said shut up!
He's got a gun on you.
All right, Louie. Drop the gun.
We searched him at the office, didn't we?
I know, but all of a sudden he's standing there with a gun in his hand. It came out of nowhere.
Mr. Bell, I want you to make a phone call for me. Call Captain McQuaid at the Central Division. Tell him to send some men over here right away. My grandfather always used to say, 2 heads are better than 1.
You stupid.
You'll be a sorry man, Captain, I promise you.
Sit down, Mr. Kendrick.
Won't be here that long. The whole thing is ridiculous, without logic. You have absolutely no proof of the charges against me.
Mr. Bell.
Yes, Captain, he's the man.
Call that proof? A man who owes me money, plus a man who can't pay, equals a man who would lie. Typical police logic. But his word won't stand up against mine.
Not only his word, Mr. Kendricks. 2 of your boys sang like canaries. We have complete confessions from Granger and Yash.
Oh, stupid, double-crossing fakes.
The charges against you are operating an illegal loan company, conspiracy, assault with intent to commit bodily harm, and attempted murder. That equals about 99 years. That's police logic, Mr. Kendricks.
The loan shark is aptly named. He's one of the lowest forms of humanity, feeding on the grief and worry of people in need. He's a strange breed, but you meet all kinds on the tightrope.